You all may now go cards up.
Why are you like this right now? What is so heavy? I mean, obviously I know, but why is it so different? What makes it so different? What makes it... Was it because I just don't see them like anyone else? I mean, technically, even back then, it was mostly humans. Is it because I'm not used to non-humans? Not really. I'm completely normal with Argyle, Gunch. Everyone else too. Or do I just... I need a freaking shrink at this point for this. I just have questions and no answers. Venturo Delon. Get the accent. It is not that I cannot. It's not even that. Who do I even ask? I'm not certain. Castellas. Natalia. They are the people I've spoken to, at least to some degree. Maine? No.
Costa.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
So, speak, seem a little taller than the last time I saw you. Anything else new, or?
If I remember right, they were...
Keep learning.
If I remember right, Chef has given them the certificate of use for the microwave.
Yes.
At least for the things they need.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to
And
this.
on.
Morning, Argyle.
Can I have a word with you? When you're free, of course.
I mean, now's a good time as any, if you want to eat somewhere more private.
Certainly.
I can
Perhaps the
walk back
security
to
room.
get... understood. I can walk back here to get a drink afterwards.
Yes.
Morning, Tashir.
Good morning.
Just waiting for someone who knows how to make the tea, or has the permissions to do so.
Hmm.
Morning, Burke.
Well, I know Stewart has been given basic understanding of the use of the microwave, but I do not know if he was part of that.
They gave Stuart permission to use it.
They trained them, specifically.
Curious.
Would you like to get Chip a coffee?
Sure.
How was it around the vessel yesterday?
Yesterday. Well, it was mostly fine. We found another derelict lit ship that we explored. It had been lost for a few decades, that we then found by chance. No,
Hearing. Right here.
yes. No,
That's actually what I want to
psych-
talk to you about.
yes. No psychic, guardians this time, thankfully.
Well, I think our lucky stars for that.
Hmm. It was mostly data that we'd gotten and the device that we assume is a microwave.
A new one?
Yes.
Better than the one.
Just in case the old one breaks.
Hmm. It was Chef's idea.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, Commander Conch.
That is all. A derelict ship with a microwave on board.
Obviously, it has to be set up to fit the ship's current systems, but I assume engineering can handle that.
All right.
If nothing, the ship seems to be very easily adapted to anything we add to it. I assume so, as much based on the engineering's work thus far.
Get off me, unhand me, dog.
Do we know why it got lost? Or how they ended up in that situation?
All the data points that they made a hyper jump, and that is it. The crew was lost. There was psychic reactions to that Officer Siri and the engineer Zid reacted to. Talked about screams, people trying to fight, defend themselves, but that is it. There's no damage on the
That's very
ship,
curious.
no show of struggle, but the crew disappeared. They never made the first hyperjump. It's possible that the reason why the ship was as where it was due to it was in the hyperjump until the system just naturally auto ended the hyperjump.
And it left behind a psionic echo, did it?
Of the people and their fears, yes. At least that much. I do not know specifically, but that's what it seemed to be based on what Siri and they said. The little did they said.
Well, at least the EPA will go retrieve this vessel they ended up losing.
It has a Puyo. The system is in lockdown. That the UPA will have a code to nullify, and it has a short range message being broadcasted telling anyone who gets close enough that it has been registered and needs to be retrieved by UPA, so that no law-abiding citizen will try to get in and try to loot it.
Very good. So relatively uneventful.
I don't know mostly what happened in the ship. Before as I was on the early ship for the most of the day. But before that, there was I would like to call it a spar, but it felt more like a duel between Officer Sid and Vane. It got to the...
entertaining to watch.
They dueled. Was the captain made aware?
Oh, I believe the captain saw the end of it. It was brutal stuff, really. I thought the two of them were going to kill each other.
The medical team was the medical team was the one to end the fight. In this case, medical officer Valora.
Well, at least there's that. The last thing we can't afford is for people to be tearing each other apart aboard our own vessel.
If I had to guess, I believe Vane has caught on some of the things of what makes it tick.
As a DM note to anyone,
Get the shit out of me.
if you use the training arena, let me know.
Sid respects those of strength and ability. And to get at least some respect of him, even just as designating a spar of the like, is more than just not. It is the reason why I initiated the spar with him one time. Though unlike with Vane, we did not use our actual weapons, we used the training weapons.
My good heavens. They use their actual weaponry against one another.
They use their teeth against one another, even. Next time you see Sid, check his shoulder. Got a nasty bite there.
I will continue to congratulate him on his relationship. Yes, Commander Gunch.
Yes, the
I
ship.
don't know I will have to talk with engineering, but I wanted a okay from first of getting upgrades of my cybernetics. Something better than this poorly put together stuff.
I don't see why you need my approval of such things.
I guess sort of approval based from my previous previous imprisonment, wanting to get approval for stronger things.
I see. Look, so long as those arms aren't poised to explode with upgrades, you are free to do as you wish.
Very well then. I will speak with engineering now then. Thank you.
Of course.
I do not know if I brought it up, Commander Gunch, but it seems Vane brought up the idea and got Chatty interested in the concept of possibly manufacturing a heavy-duty weapon. Most likely for my use. Right. This was a few days ago. Apparently, someone had brought up the idea for Steward to learn usage of heavy weaponry, and they wanted me to train them. I brought up the fact that we lack any heavy personal weaponry outside of Vane's weapon.
Excuse me, what?
For Stewart to learn how to use heavy type weaponry, which obviously though Officer Palas is not the most excited about, and at the end of the day I was more diverting that idea into just manufacturing and seeing where it goes from there. I would not mind having a proper main arm of my specialty.
Well, absolutely, but should we be training the young one to use it?
Oh, definitely not.
I think the last thing we need is put that heavy weaponry in the hands of that thing.
No, I believe that everybody could use the training, but aren't they only still a sapling? Is it the correct term?
Well, you
sure.
saw them right in the cafeteria. They seem to have grown already. From what I understand, they, based on the talk yesterday with Officer Palas, is that the Bugali's lives and size is based on their experiences and knowledge. Thus, the more Stewart learns and understands, the more capable they become. But obviously, I assume Officer Palas wants to make sure that the information Stewart learns is, well, useful for them and not just anything. I brought up the fact to them and they were very much that maybe focus on their personal defense first before anything like that is even thought about. Captain?
Captain,
Good morning, everyone.
morning to you.
Don't mind me just doing my rounds.
Fair enough.
On the concept of the weapon, we were running around ideas. The current plan is possibly making a large personal grade laser weapon of sorts, so that we can use the laser batteries or the possibly even stun batteries as the ammunition that is chargeable instead of using. As effective as physical ammunition is, there's only so much of it to go around, and especially with large-scale weaponry. As some people in human culture say, mordaka.
I see.
The more you shoot at the opponent, the more likely you are to hit, and the less chance they have to fire it back. But that is also sadly not as doable in this scale of a ship than in a military vessel. But well, that will all have to go through Officer Mercer first.
Indeed.
Well, should be exciting.
We have all sorts of material due to the Natura Station incident.
So I can put them to good use. Oh, it's Emra.
Well, if there's nothing else to say, I have a morning coffee I wish to catch.
Yes, of course.
Enjoy your coffee, Dawn. Though later in the day there is something I wanted to discuss with you. It's not pressing, though. By all means, get your coffee.
Of course. Morning, Enra.
Ow. Ow.
Hmm?
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh, you have seen the janitor. I noticed they were around. Oh, them.
Ow. Ow.
Oh yes, we are fully aware of Endra having a bad habit of licking the glasses, if that is what you're worried about. Yes, the windows. Morning, Meyer. Yes, sadly we have to. Yes, we are. Sadly we have to tell the cleaning crew to be a bit more.
Ow.
Oh, you wish to clean? Do you wish to clean the?
Ow.
Oh, are you wishing to clean the glass? If it's cleaning supplies or tools, I believe I saw the cleaner around today.
Jasper.
Yes.
Ow. Yes.
Yes, they are a smaller creature with a feathery body, I believe. Yes. I'm sorry if I'm misunderstanding here. I'm not the best with non-verbal communication.
Ow.
It's not an issue, but keep track of it. Some people do not like it. Excuse me, I was going to get a coffee. You feeling alright, Chatty?
No. There's more errors coming out. The more I wait. It is worrisome.
Very much so.
You should talk to engineering. I was in engineering, but it appears that I must be the only one awake as of now. I must wait. I see. More. Until someone can help me out. They said the root of the problem.
If it
I
gets
fear
any
that I may have been.
If it gets any worse,
Yes.
I will send a message to Mercer to at least make sure that they are aware of this issue.
Pardon me.
Good morning, Al.
Hello. I will send out a message. After I retire to my quarters. I may have been compromised. This is not boding well.
If there's anything I can help you with, you know where to find me. Though this is mostly out of my understanding.
It is always nice to talk to someone.
I will most likely be around later than usual today if you need time. Oh.
Of course.
Would you like a coffee?
I would very much like a coffee right now. I'm being slowed down by my wish to get one.
I'll make you.
I appreciate that, Stuart.
Thinking his blood yesterday did not really like that. I don't think they like needles in their mouth. Definitely enjoy giving people needles.
Coffee?
Yeah. Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Not bad. Not bad. Oop. Get it up.
Might be an all-day ordeal.
It is funny that the people who use those pockets the least have the most issues with them.
Astronaut food that I can't microwave because I'm not qualified.
Good morning.
You can ask Stuart if it's drinks you need.
No, I need that packet of beef sand.
Oh.
I know how to do it. I know how we do it here.
I just know that if chef is not around, it's simpler just to get a cube.
This is true.
The trick
Nutrient block.
is, you get a cup of water, and then you put the freeze-dried stuff in the water, and you swirl it around in the cup, and then you get this cool, savory thing. It's way better than the hot chips. I'm gonna go eat some.
The nutrient block isn't that bad.
Ah, yes. The soup. I actually think
wonder
some
how
people... I believe some of the people in my old ships will break their nutrient blocks into their drinks. Just call it a nutrient block soup.
I mean,
Couldn't be that
probably makes it easier to consume.
In that you can just down it with the liquid and not have to taste it too long, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can only imagine how hard it is
I
for
was gonna
humans
ask.
to chew that nutrient block.
Did you happen to turn the watering system and the hydroponics on today?
No.
I'll go do that now. Just checking with you so I don't have to overwater. Morning, Commander.
Morning, Dallas. Yep. Delon. Pardon. Chef's been working the night shift.
I guess even the night shift needs good food.
Of course.
Sometimes feel like they might deserve it more at times. With how much...
They do get a lot done.
Well,
Yet
it
I
feels...
feel like I never see them.
Well, I'm sure it feels like they
sleep
get a
when
lot
we're
done.
awake and we're awake when they sleep.
I'm sure as far as they're concerned, we also get a lot done. I mean, they wake up and they hear, oh, we explored and identified a derelict ship. And all of them are going to be,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, but who do you
Wonder
think
if-
processes all the metals? Mostly night crew, isn't it? And morning uses the metals that we've processed.
Oh, apologies, remembered. Part of the cybernetics that I am getting is going to be combat grade stuff. Would you want me to store that in security, or could I store it in my room?
You say combat grade. What do you mean?
The plan currently is to get cybernetics more akin to what my natural limbs look like, so bigger, chunkier, full metal claws always deployed,
I see.
able to take hits.
Well, you can store them wherever you like, or carry them on person, so long as they are secure and not in a place. Well, we don't exactly have that many other people missing limbs that steal them. Barring Delon, I suppose.
Missing limbs in the exact cut locations of mine. They are only to the nub.
Then it should not be a problem.
If I were to use Tashir's artificial limbs, I would only have this much arm movement, as Tashir's lacks the shoulder parts.
Also, you wouldn't not be able to move. I will be completely honest. My cybernetics are quite heavy.
I mean, I have had a few times where I had to struggle.
Makes me glad I still have my hands.
I'm thankful to have mine as well after everything I've been through. I'm surprised I'm not missing one or two.
I
Surprised
miss the feelings of having hands.
Oh, yeah. Chatty. Oh.
Sorry for your loss.
Is it a bad thing?
I feel
Sometimes.
the pain. These are hard to get used to.
I don't know, some people miss their old limbs. Some people, well, prefer not having any of them. I guess it depends on the person.
The biggest thing, usually though, Chip, is the fact that the lost limb is the most biggest reminder.
I guess it's how you lost it, right? If it was by choice or by accident.
If it's by choice, it's not too much of an issue, but that tends to be the main reason.
Like,
Of course.
Technically by choice, not through an accident.
Eyes will also be one of those that you don't actually notice, outside of possibly every morning you're washing your face and look yourself in the mirror.
Or when
Good morning.
mess up in some sort of way. You know, ion storms, not the greatest when you have cybernetic eyes.
Training pit.
Oh, you want a round 2 already?
I always want a round 2, Vane.
I see you're taking your relationship very seriously. Congratulations.
What are you on about?
What? You think?
In my culture, in my species, how you ask someone on a date is to fight them in a spar.
So this is their second date.
That's why I don't spar anyone.
It's too early in the morning for this.
To be honest, Vane, you did not make it any better by walking in at the same time as Sid.
Do you think medical wouldn't mind me just taking some medical
Pretty sure
supplies
he just
to
followed me in here. Not my fault.
Perhaps we should check.
I wouldn't think Sid would be even the type of Miss Vale.
Have not seen you before? Are you from the night crew?
I've kind of taken on the
It's Al.
secondary not medic medic at this point.
The suit. The shotgun.
Al Remington.
Sucks when it's cold.
I did not expect the facial hair. I won't lie.
We do run quite the skeleton crew when it comes to our medical department.
Sorry, what was that voice in my head?
I did not expect the facial hair.
We actually have.
I think that's what got me off guard.
I think 4?
Not a lot of people do.
I believe we don't have a lot.
It's funny.
I believe we don't have a lot on the night crew, so a lot of them get pushed back and forth between day and night crew.
I imagine a lot of them are overextended. That's it.
Hard to find good medics. I'm not a good medic. I'm just used to sewing up
I'm gonna go
limbs
see if
and
Tally wants to
body
do those
parts of,
tests now or not. I have nothing
creatures
to
that
do.
are already asleep, or we really
Right.
don't care how it feels.
All I know is how to stop the bleed and inject little auto injectors.
Yeah, the auto injectors are very nice. I don't know how many
I'll
of
they
those
are.
up
we
to
have.
the medics and just hope I don't get hit.
It's probably for the best.
Preventive measures are the best measure. Probably why you shouldn't fight.
Well, if I don't fight now, I'll die in the field. Training is important.
Yes, but maybe try not to
This
put
is
a bite
true.
mark in Sid's shoulder again.
I should probably look at that, shouldn't I? I did
Meyer is around today, so we do have a
No.
medic.
put a bite
Be
in
on your
shoulders.
way.
You're the one
Past
with
the
the bite.
falls. Barely hear anything out there. What's this about a bite?
Who got
Don't
bite
try to kill each other,
yesterday?
huh?
I can't remember.
I can't promise anything.
What's the point of going into a battle without the intention to kill?
Were you bit
Sure.
yesterday or were you bit yesterday?
I think they both were.
My shoulder has a bite mark, and I'm pretty sure his does too.
Probably get, hopefully, somebody in medical to look it over, make sure nothing's infected. The mouse is
I have Maya going to the training pit as I speak.
Just don't spill too much blood. The janitor would quite cross. As would I.
Sure.
Just try not to.
We'll try
Might as
not to
well
use
head
all the
down there
medical
then.
supplies.
Well,
if you want to come see the show, be my guest.
You have to clean up the show, it sounds like.
Janitor's gonna have
Alright.
to clean it up, poor bastard.
Whoa. That's true. Let's go see if there's anybody in medical. Give them the heads up.
Good idea.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Oh. That's all going on. You have a moment alone?
Of course. That's a good time as any.
Why don't we head
Before
back to
anything happens.
security and discuss this?
Security, or if you want us to be not spotted easily and most likely not disturb the meeting room. Or the command room, I guess it's its actual name.
I suppose the command room works as well. Not exactly a secret thing, by any means.
No, but usually talks in there are not interrupted.
Fair enough.
While us being in the security room is just part of our usual, well, time spent.
Right then. So, Delon. As you know, I've been deliberating on the whole second in command. And I have come to the conclusion that, really, of who I had considering, you are the only one with actual experience in leadership. So I've come to formally offer, or, well, often tell you, that I think you should be second in command for security.
Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, we should probably get you a
I will accept. At the end of the day, as you said, well, we have competent people. The ones with leadership or the personalities that would fit in that position are either maybe a 2 bit on the warrior mentality, or in a position of duty where they wish not to be as noticeable as in Sid and Argyle.
Indeed. As much as I do believe in those two's competencies, leadership is not something they have explicit experience with. Something you do. I know you've had your problems with it in the past, but again, we are not running a military operation here, Delon. It's a smaller crew, and I can assure you, lower stakes. At least so far. Let's hope they stay that way. My point is, I have faith in you that you are more than able to hold such a position despite your past.
I will put the safety of the crew first and foremost.
That is what I like to hear.
Obviously, though,
Exactly
if you are awake and around, I will be bringing things to your attention. But during days when you are either out of active duty or in the night shifts, keeping an eye on the crews there, I will be taking charge if it's required for leadership of the security to make decisions. Any long-term orders, well, we'll double check with you and Captain.
Exactly. You understand quite well what's expected of you. Good.
The chain of command is at least one thing I follow very strictly.
As usual. But so long as I am still around, your job does not change that much. You are still a security officer, all the same. That being said, there is plenty more to be expected of you.
The important part is just that if we have something that needs okaying, but it's going to take time, we can at least get started on the spot instead of having to wait days for possible confirmations.
Indeed. And as much as I would appreciate you putting those things past me, as second in command, you have the authority to pass such things, so long as they do not threaten the safety of anyone on this ship. That's the goal, after all.
I won't lie, partially the way I interact with the crew has slightly changed upon that one day in the captain's personal quarters where he told the information that UPA was giving him. It seems obvious that this is also partially a test run, possibly, of how a mixed crew like this in this sort of situation would work, especially with the removal of possible personal issues. Thus I'm being open about my past and being casually curious about other people's pasts. And as I have found out, it has given me interactions that I feel has made me strong connections. My trust of Argyle has increased, and as you are aware, Vane has given me and Argyle the disabling methods of his her weapon, which she would not do if she did not have high trust on us, having heard of how she has lived in the past.
Getting the trust of the crew is an important part of our job. There's not mutual trust between security and the crew, and it becomes this awkward dance. Begin to resent us. Then they don't listen, then people get killed when things go bad. Your work is not going unappreciated. And I do notice you have a more keen eye on making connections on the ship. Regrettably, I am not quite so social. And not entirely my fault. Haven't exactly led a social life my entire, well, life. But I'm trying.
This is why we delegate duties in the end, after all.
Exactly. But rest assured, you're not getting a corporate position like human relations or something.
I have to admit, the last few days I am being a bit contemplative of few things. My questions are running through my head, but it's more on the personal side of things, less on the professional.
So
and
all
sadly,
these questions are not interfering with your professional work.
When things are serious, I will focus. I can say that much.
As I hope you would.
That is possibly a worry, but thus far it has not counted an issue where I hope the personal way we do interact with most of the crew will not cause us to have a issue of recklessness and not listening to orders during an away missions. But thus far, people have been quite competent when it comes to it. Especially during the Natura station incident. The away team was being very cohesive. We had people keep an eye on our sides. It was a rotating a circle or a hallway of sorts with entrances to different parts of the station. And thankfully people were very we were very effective on keeping sure that our backs were being kept up while people were also making sure that the entrances were held. So I very much have trust on the UPA's choice of personnel here. One could say most of the personnel is quirky, but
Quirky
very
is
much
certainly a word for it.
But very much their specialities are specialities.
Indeed. Well, most of the people on this ship are some kind of a freak or a weirdo. They're all quite good at their jobs. And no offense to the crew either, until anyone do it, yeah.
We all have our opinions.
Of course. And it's not like I despise any of them. Honestly, I'm quite fond of the crew we have here, all things considered. I just hope we all make it back in one piece. Hey, that's our job. Making sure that happens.
Exactly. Thus, if it comes up, if Chatty is to be sent on an away mission, it will be prudent to tell Captain to possibly not send them away currently, as they seem to have issues with their body.
Or what remains of their body. If I recall correctly, they don't even have much of a body at all.
It is the cybernetic parts that are an issue, as it seems.
As I would imagine.
The only thing I can do...
With that intimate knowledge...
Sadly, the only thing I can do with that is tell them to talk to the engineering and listen to them about it, so that somebody at least is a no, but beyond that I can't do anything.
Indeed. We'll definitely do advise the captain, should such a thing happen. Speaking of which, the captain is already aware of this decision. They're already aware that I am promoting you as such.
Understood.
Your authorization and all that in the system should update with time.
Understood.
That being said, As you are officially appointed, I am quite interested in watching Vane and Sid kill each other. If you wanted to come along.
I think I'll do my own rounds for now, but I would recommend you check up on so that things don't get too heated, especially after how the last time ended.
Indeed. I don't exactly imagine this one's going to be any calmer.
Sadly, the two of them have the personalities that are very, very likely to just heat each other up.
Indeed, quite abrasive, yet I do hope that these fights gain some kind of mutual respect.
That is though the main reason why I would recommend you go as early as possible, as most likely Sid will require either you or Captain to forcefully calm them down.
Indeed. I'll see to that. Good to have you aboard, Officer Delon.
I appreciate your trust in me, Commander Gunch.
He is hoping it's well placed.
That is a word to say. Ah, that's a Mew. I was curious how that was. Who's that? Ah, Burke, of course. Seems most of the ship has decided to watch this. Just thoughts in a circle. It's either one or the other. I guess in a way. What does it mean? That's hard to know. Ah, Jasper. Good day.
That part should be just a little wet. It should be fine.
Excuse me. Has anyone told you about the new medical officer?
Yes, I've met them too. Emra.
Yes. We have not really stopped them, but they do have a bad habit of licking some of the windows, it seems.
Some of the windows, yeah.
Hope it has not been too much of an issue.
No. The cleaner gets it right off.
Seems most of the crew is watching the sparring match in the training area today.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, but I got some stuff to do. I did get told that Emra's saliva is apparently antiseptic. Not sure how that works, but it's not. I mean, it at the very least means it's not too gross swiping it off the windows.
I see. Interesting. Be useful to know in the future if it comes up. I hope you have not had issues on the ship thus far. Everything been alright for you in the ship thus far?
Yeah, I'm just... I was on night shift recently because my circadian rhythm's been really messed up. I'm still getting my space legs.
Fair enough. I mean, it is more quieter during the night shift too.
It is, but it kind of gets lonely, not gonna lie.
Sadly, one of those issues that you get to happen in space, even if you know the crew at times.
Little robot bucket kind of wanders off on its own sometimes.
I believe it's called optimizing the it's how it moves. Again, didn't notice you there. Up, Berg. Well, thank you for your hard work.
Which one of you is more qualified to work with the engines? You know what? Figure out. One of you just sit down. We gotta get this. We gotta do this.
I am more specialized with actually. Which would you want to start first?
Something happening?
Apparently the shields are down and the engines are failing. We're running diagnosis, figuring out what's going on.
That's worrisome.
Of course, I will take the field.
I'll get on one of the other systems, see if I can help anything.
What? I didn't hear you over there.
I'll be checking here.
I can't hear you.
Is that corner really that bad?
The corner is really that bad. Yes.
Alright, I guess I'm using this console then.
Perfect. Okay. So, for all of you here, as you look over the system, collective roll. Okay. Overall, with a 19, you are all able to pretty accurately find anomaly. There's no outward evidence of what could be causing these issues, and to anyone else it could be easily overlooked. However, there is some things that stand out as spikes in abnormal activity engaging with different systems as time went on. First, there seemed to be a large spike of energy draw, a excess amount of power drawn specifically to the shield facing in a specified direction, which seemed to unbalance the system and cause it to shut down automatically as a failsafe to avoid a short circuit. The shields have been slowly recharging, and rounds now seem to reactivate as if nothing's wrong. The engine seems to almost stall out, as the systems themselves seem to receive a flood of garbage data, stuff that doesn't work within the engine system, code that doesn't mean anything to controlling the engine's fuel pull or thrust exhaust, all that. and it seemed to shut down because of a coding error, which you notice that the AI has started to quickly remove, given that it is that at the system. However, pinging the AI for information on it shows that the AI had no connection to this event. They didn't do so, nor did they accidentally or unintentionally cause this event. This was caused by an external source feeding new information into it.
Guys, I think we might have been hacked. But that's just me. Getting off those vibes.
There's one a little more logical conclusion, since no one on the ship had any access to the system for some reason.
Has this...
And the connection seems to be external?
Has this been happening for a extended period?
Yeah, I'm gonna check in, Don. I'm gonna check recent logs of any, activity, internal.
Internal activity?
Yeah.
Connecting to the systems?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who have been connecting to the systems throughout the day, but not specifically to add code or access even the shield controls. No one really ever accesses that daily. So, it doesn't seem like it was caused by someone within the ship.
Is there logs of this phenomenon happening before now?
Negative. This is the first event. It's the beginning of the anomaly.
So it's something recent.
At the recent scans around the ship and see if anything is picked up.
I will also want to know how Charlie would do with trying to trace where those signals could originate.
Yes, I'm gonna assist with that because I want to figure if this was a hack. I want to locate where the source was from.
Ooh, my god. The natural 20 plus any of your bonuses and the two of you working together. It's almost incomprehensible how this happened. Looking it over, trying to make sense of any or all of it. It's just wrong. It seems like someone tried to hail the ship from star systems away. Excessively long comms relays like that require buoys in between to keep the system, keep the communication line active. So this seems to be someone directly from sender to receiver trying to send a message. More than a message. Trying to open direct line communication. Like a phone call. It's as alien of a tech concept that you as both scientists and engineers have really ever seen.
Unknown sender. Let's clean this up. Any of that code, get rid of it. Just the AI where we can. Make sure we get those shields and engines working.
I am doing that on the side, so
Figuring all that.
I'm helping the INEC. That's just incomprehensible. How?
say, let's block as much access as we can. I don't want any. We don't know who this is. Let's just make sure they can't get into the ship any more than they already have.
I'd recommend trying to set up a separate line and that's not connected directly to us and trying to figure out where that
I already blocked most of the signal. We should be okay, I think, for the more core systems we have, but this is...
Chatty, make sure that's all logged before we get rid of it.
Yes. Always important to have a trace out of it somewhere, but how? How? I do not understand how.
Let's worry about that later. Let's just make sure the ship's running.
How are the shield doing?
It's running fine now. Look at that.
Will you please do this? Trying to understand what am I looking at? Not looking good so far. Nothing. And some of it was due to the engines, which is why they have to fail, from what I can see here. Alright? And you got contacted from so far away. Why would someone go all this length just for this one singular ship?
They were trying to send a message to us, they failed, or they were intentionally trying to sabotage us. That's all I'm getting. It's not our job to investigate. Or
we cannot afford to do that.
We'll bring this to the attention of the captain. I think you should go check the engines, make sure that everything is still good running down there. I'll let the captain know. And clarification down, we're making sure that everything is good. The shields are still up, or they are recharging.
Yeah, the shields are back up. The engines are reactivating. The damage was simply just a small hiccup. Nothing permanent, nothing that had any lasting effect. Just someone accidentally hit the power button and then turned the power back on.
Easy fixes.
The problem is if it happens during a situation.
Ask the captain if he'll let me reinforce our encryption, decryption abilities. Okay, yeah. Go check this. The engines. Make sure they're still running fine down there. Nothing else is happening to them. I'll go let the captain know what just happened.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure. Did you talk with Dr. Tali yet?
Send me Jay, when y'all
we moved canisters into the training area, but we were waiting for stuff to get resolved with the engines and stuff, so we could use the training barrier.
Ah, right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seemingly some issues with the shields. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are the shields
In
operational
about
yet?
20 seconds, you would
They
see
are.
a bunch of logs going inside your pad.
Fantastic. Allow us to resume.
Yep.
Alright, perfect.
Hope you don't mind if I stick around.
I know.
Okay.
This is all I got.
That's perfect.
Everything I have.
Thank you, Chetty.
You're welcome.
You're right. One thing's really doesn't make any sense at all.
Should we have a medical officer on hand in case something happens?
Perhaps.
I'll ask Valora. They were just there.
Did you see where Chip went off to?
Excuse me, Valora. Dr. Tali is going to do some tests with Tashir to test reactions to Tashir's body for different gases, I think, in the training area. If you think that's something that we should have a medical officer just on standby in case something goes wrong.
Am I interrupting?
No. I'm telling Valora if they want to be there just in case. That the Tali is going to apparently do some experiments with Tashir.
This is Argyle Cross. Captain, you are needed in the cafeteria.
Water.
Wrong voice.
Yes.
Thank you. My brain has been going crazy. Please, grab some of the canisters from over there.
Okay, I moved one here. I'll grab some others. There's only 4 of them left over here.
What?
Hi, Laura.
In case we could get stuff out of this.
Give it just a moment to dry and then it should be good.
Of course. Which one would you like to test first?
I almost want to say leave that to you, because you're the one wanting to do this experiment to begin with. And
Indeed.
You know what tanks we grabbed.
Yes. We will begin with nitrogen.
Okay.
As it is a basic building block in most atmospheres.
Okay.
It is also currently within the atmosphere here.
Ah. But it's also mixed with a lot of other stuff. So if you do it on its own, we don't know what the effect is.
Correct.
Okay.
Please enter the chamber.
We are certain the training arena shield is gas-proof.
It is a field of pure energy. Nitrogen particles are too large to pierce the barrier that is created. Activating. Do you have a medical scanner?
I have my personal one that I can use.
Begin the activation of the gas.
Yep. I've noticed it kind of takes like a minute to kick in on a lot of these. At least that's what happens with methane.
There is interference from the energy shield, though it is not enough to violate the test.
I feel fine. I think. Unless you can't find seeing eyes in the shield. I don't think that's normal.
Together?
I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. I want off.
Take it off. I have oxygen mask to get it out of your system.
Okay, not oxygen. Nope. I need to stop seeing the eyes. Oh, everything's eyes. Oh, I don't like that.
Ellie, open the thing so we can get it out of her system.
Understood.
Oh, those are all eyeballs. Okay.
One moment.
Stop the thing. The shield come to me.
Oh, you're not invisible.
So this will not come down. Good luck.
Those are eyes.
Dr. Tally? Oh. Excuse me.
I'll call the AI. Then we can turn off the shield manually.
The shield is not lowering.
You need me to look at it?
Play if you can.
That would be helpful. They are currently having a attack. Eyes are seemingly attacking them.
Oh, okay, let me check this out.
I'm calling the AI quickly. In case you can't get it off, maybe they can turn off the power to the shield. Oh, done. Do them first.
Oh, Coast is gonna try and go into the system here and manually drop the shields on the training area.
Manually drop the shield.
Yeah.
The training field is not going down. That's probably weird.
One moment. You find, while going through the manual systems, you find many of the buttons aren't working properly. Opening the console, you're a lucky engineer, right? Tell me you're an engineer.
I am an engineer. I am an engineer.
So long as you're an engineer, you're fine. Well, you're a lot of things. So, thanks to you having advantage, you rolled a 19. Do you have any bonuses for repair?
No, but I have a +4 when I'm working with consoles.
Okay, this is a console. You're lucky about that. So with a 23, you just beat the DC. Opening up the console's controls, you realize that it's heavily damaged internally. Nothing that's overtly noticeable, but bits of the wiring, soldering, connection points, even some of the button interfaces are all just disconnected, or their connections have been damaged or rerouted. To the point where activating the shield is possible, but the moment that happens, it'll short circuit the console quietly. But you will be able to fix it with some time and effort. Give yourself about 3-4 minutes as I make another announcement to the ship.
Okay.
At this time, all of the lights in the ship, in the hallways, in the rooms, flicker on and off for the next 30 seconds.
What world is going on with this? I'm working on it. You
Are you
try and
seeing?
keep to share calm.
Allie, probably not right now. Ask them after.
Especially not with the situation that's happening right now.
Okay. Share? Continue to look into your lap, not at the shield.
Okay. Hey,
so you don't see the stuff. As soon as the shield goes down, I'm going to toss you I'm going to float over the oxygen mask with the tank.
I should be fine. I think I got enough oxygen in me from just hyperventilating. I'm just waiting for the hallucinations to end.
Hey, Delon.
I
You
don't
might
like
need to
the
look
eyes. They
at
always scare
the
me.
security
Please stop looking
cameras
at me.
pointed towards the training room. Because the wires in this thing are all messed
Continue
up.
to look down at your legs. Don't focus on the shield.
Okay.
This should work. You just get the
Get ready to share.
top back on. Right. Hopefully this works. Ready? There you go. Sure, step down.
Oh, okay.
Just you can go now.
Okay, I'm just gonna... okay. Nope. I do not like nitrogen. Nitrogen does not like me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cursed. I hyperventilated. It was just a minute of taking it in. I'm fine.
How are?
I'm just. Oh.
There's a lot of ecological issues today.
The data in the shield systems was filled with some garbage data. I could not understand more than that.
Okay.
None of the buttons are working on this, and all of the wires inside were either moved around or disconnected. And I've worked on this just a couple days ago. It was perfectly fine.
The fact that it worked fine yesterday when Wayne and Sid were using it.
Are you alright?
Yeah, just all of the hexagons of the shield.
This is Dallas to the captain. If you could come to the science bay, that'd be great.
Once
There was a great
it went
deal of
up,
activity
it would
all over
short circuit.
Grand.
The camera.
Most
It points here most of the time. Something of that sort of damage
Grand
would
hallucinations
have come up
often
if it was someone.
That's fun.
You might want to look into it
I
because
believe
there's been
nitrogen.
other issues.
It's not a gas. You should attempt to breathe again.
I will most likely check if there has been any
I mean, on its own,
unlocked
makes
movements
everything
into the bridge.
Of course.
Though that was for something else, though. You alright, Tashir?
And this caused you physical harm.
No, just mental and emotional.
I'll be going to check the cameras for this. I'll be back after.
That.
Delon. Have you seen Gunch?
No, not thus far. Did something happen?
Right. This is said. Commander Gunch, if you would please report to the control room.
Already here.
Already
Zin.
here.
Robinson of the Tadawon. Who is it that I am speaking to?
Yes, the gang's all here.
We are looking to speak with a UPA official aboard the Tara One in regards to a communication relay we have received from Operative Dr. Tully. We require more information. We apologize if we have caused any damage or casualties to your crew or ship through our attempts to activate this relay, but we are, as of this moment, unaware of how UPA ships fully function. We have not been given one for assimilation and analog analysis.
I understand. Give me 1 moment. Let me relay to Dr. Talay.
Would you like me to bring her up?
Dr. Talay, this is the captain. Please come immediately to the communications room.
So your voice is a little off at the moment.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Dr. Delay would be a shortly. Can I ask why we're receiving this message in communication?
We require more clear information about updates we have been given from our doctor on events for the Tar 1 and new information we've received about the UPA. We would also request that the conversation be had with a UPA official and no other members.
Your orders, Captain?
Well, I'm unsure. I'm the only one here that technically is a full official from them, so... Palas isn't here to receive the message. They're the only other person that I know of. Very well, when Tali gets here, give us a room.
Hi, Captain.
Very well, Captain. In the meantime, everyone else, make sure to...
Hi, Captain.
I'll check the AI core.
Have you been updated on the reactor, Captain?
Not quite sure, actually.
I think a little patrol is in order, Commander.
Yes.
Come again, Sid?
The little patrol is in order.
Hello, Weird. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Delon is checking the cameras to see if they picked up any unusual activity in the training room, especially the console, because it's technically in the view of the camera, between the the fight between Sid and Vane yesterday and today.
Between yesterday and today?
Because the console is had physical damage to it, so he's checking if anyone went and tampered with it.
Rolling.
Is everyone just rolling 20s today?
No. With a 3 for you and a 1 for the person who may or may not have tinkered with the terminal.
Oh.
After a while, you can find a clip of Burke walking up to the control panel. You can't see exactly what they're doing, but it looks like they're looking it over. Their body kind of hides what exactly they're doing. DM present.
All right. Thank you for the info.
Of course.
Looking it over, you will see the same thing. There's no anomalies, but you'll see when it is done. As it
We were settling that in the bridge when this all started.
Dallas,
It was just the UPA trying. Yes?
where's Burke?
Seems like he clocked out for the night.
I see. Tomorrow then.
Is this.
Should I be concerned?
Has Burke been asked to look over the training room systems by the science division?
Not that I'm aware of.
Understood. I'm asking the engineer on the same thing then.
Mercer has asked me to help him with the modifications of expanding the training room, specifically the fields, but that's Burke. I don't think that's his criteria. He's a chemist.
Exactly. Keep an eye on him next time you see him. Because I find him tampering, possibly tampering. I saw him by himself go towards this field. And now it was damaged and unresponsive.
Are we talking about?
I'll keep an eye on him, and I'll. Yeah.
We'll keep it down low.
Thank you for letting
No
me know.
reason to cause an issue unless he fails to come clean. At which point I will be bringing it more into the people's attention.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Okay, back to what I was doing. Oh, you can discuss that. I'm gonna go back.
I just need a name.
I feel like if I say their name, you're going to immediately, the next time you see them, just push them against the wall or something.
You have little faith in me.
Yes, but they have already caused an issue with you in the
Oh, is
past.
it Bert?
Yes.
Oh, you know, that actually makes sense now.
I don't know why.
I went when I was. I was gonna say, I went and did my rounds, and when I went into the training room, I found the shield up and I turned it off. But I also saw him walking in, and he seemed to be on a call with someone. But I don't know if it was his team comms or someone else. And then I left.
I saw him on the system. It's the only person I saw who was by themselves in the time frame fitting. So, when he wakes up,
return this nitrogen canister.
right? When he wakes up, I will be questioning him.
Okay.
Did you need my help for something?
Hmm?
Need to go see if I can track down.
Did you need my help for something?
Any sign of him?
Besides this, no. I just need to now find Moose the next time he's on.
I thought. Oh, right. Okay, I was confused because I. Okay, never mind. I forgot that I actually answered you. I thought I was muted in Discord when you hopped in here.
Howdy do.
You're in show, perfectly fine.
If you see Mercer at all,
Fuck you, I'm DMing.
Online. Just a minor power blip, same as communications, it sounds like, and presumably everything else. And you? How are things everywhere else?
The lights are flickering in the engine room. I have nothing else to report.
There's something wrong.
No, they were. That's all that's on the logs. The engine room is clear.
Same shit everywhere. Global power blip across the entire ship.
Actually, Word, you can answer me a question.
What's that?
Delon does send message in internal comms to Mercer asking if Burke has been assigned any of the duties of expanding the training field.
He'll respond with no.
And then he will respond, thank you for this.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on him in the future. I will be doing a personal investigation on him due to his latest actions.
Copy that.
Return the nitrogen canister.
I got a message from Mercer. Quick response. He was not assigned to help with the duties, so next time you see him, contact me. I'm gonna have a talk with him.
Can I restrain him?
I don't think it's gonna be necessary. It's not like he has places to run here.
I know his criminal type, especially within the prison. If any confrontation happens to him, he's probably going to bolt.
Think you can just tell him that you need help with something and get him into somewhere private and tell me come there first?
If necessary, I can restrain him into the prison cell.
The Burke, yes.
Yes.
I want to have him give an explanation before I move on. Though I will also be making a report that everyone will be able to see between the days if he is going to sleep on this. See, the fact that he caused an issue that caused another crew member unnecessary continuous issue.
I forgot something. It's very possible that Dallas had let Burke mess with the control panel. I had asked Dallas to work on a system, try and set up a
Yes.
sort of shooting range. In the
Yes, but I also talked with
training
Dallas with this already, as I asked where Burke was, and I did say this to them. However, they were curious if it was you who had asked them. Thus, both sides are now wondering if it's the other, meaning most likely it wasn't. I'm going to ask them tomorrow or next time I see them about this, and we'll see how he reacts and what he has to say for himself.
Very well. Just figured I'd let you know though.
Of course.
You'll excuse me, I do need to go find Dallas.
Science room,
Who's over
last
by
time.
science?
Thank you.
Kasta, if you don't mind keeping this, on the down low until we can speak to him directly. The fact that he was technically from prison to us, we don't want to cause him to get too jumpy.
I'm gonna get you back from that.
Understood.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. How's your shield?
Okay. Well, I finished a prototype.
I guess it was going to happen at some point, for some reason.
That's good time.
I have a working prototype. Still need to test it at some point.
Appreciate it, Costa.
Sure, let me know when you want to do that test.
Yeah, we can do it, like, tonight? Because I have to go dig the cybernetics out of storage.
Yeah, we can do it tonight.
Very well. Just keep in
Cool.
mind it won't be a fight. I'm still waking up myself. It's
Might get
been a long
upgrades.
sleep.
Do you need to take a break at some point to charge your cybernetics so that they don't die during that time?
Oh no, MU put batteries in them. They last about like 2.5 days now.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good.
But I still charge them every night.
Let me know when you
Well,
want
of
to do
course.
that test. I am free, as you can tell.
But means that in a
Let's do it a little later.
emergency,
Talk to Dr. Blue.
we're not gonna have an issue.
Alright, Captain. Cool.
I do. If there's somebody I have to report this on the spot, it is Commander Gansh. But I mean, I will be doing a report for the security channel, but Commander Gansh, report. Not too long ago, Dr. Tali had an experiment with when it comes to Officer Tashir's reactions to different gases, as their physiology reacts differently. This was done in the training field, and I will be making a written report of this whole incident and the follow-up I will be doing. However, upon attempting to lowering the shield, it failed. Upon Engineer Costa's checking the internal mechanics of the training field panel had been messed with. They were damaged in numerous ways, and Costa was eventually able to fix and lower the field. Because of this, Tashir sadly had to go through slightly possibly extended period of distress due to this experiment. And upon checking the security tapes, the one person who I saw with possibility of having the time in the time frame of between Vane's and Sid's own sparrings and now, Burke is the only person I saw spending extended period of time in front of the panels. From what I understand, no.
Don't kill him.
That it will be the last thing. We do not want the other crew members to think that our first response to misdemeanors of any sort is immediate executions. I know you say that as a joke.
I do hope that.
But no.
Do hope that was a joke, Sid.
Yes, it was a joke.
Good.
Yes, and I
Our
think
job
you're
to
the
be
only one who can joke in
executioners.
any way of that, and people will not take you fully seriously. Or those who do will continue to fear you the way they do now. Point is, Burke seems to have gone or retired to his room thus far, and I will not be purging into his room for this, but if any of you see Burke tomorrow, tell them that you need something, get them to the security room by themselves. Do not make them feel like there is an issue or something. Try to be as diplomatic about it and ask me to come. I will ask them about the situation and see their reactions personally, and then we will see, based on his reactions and how he decides to react to being found, on how we'll deal with this.
Well, that means I can't be the one to do it.
Feel free to just ignore him and act like nothing's wrong. I have asked Tashir, but
in all
if any of the
honesty,
others-
in the sense that they have, and we know for certain tapes that they are the only.
I only saw that.
suspect who-
I do not know if they did actually mess with the systems. That is why we are not doing an instant reactionary situation. It's going to be more of an asking of what they were doing at the time and seeing their reaction and what they will say about it. If they did do something, well, then it's all about just being able to read them.
The way I see it, the systems tampered with aren't essential life support or anything of that sense. They did not necessarily risk the entire crew by doing whatever this is, if they have done it at all.
But they did cause
That being said,
unnecessarily extended period of distress to a crew member.
exactly.
In a
Please also understand
indirect
that
way.
Please also understand, though, that it was a fortunate thing that it was me instead of someone needing medical attention from a spar.
Precisely.
So,
Regardless,
thankfully,
do not.
damage was done, minimal damage was done. Thus, I will give him a chance that if it was him, he can admit it, and he can obviously be more looked at, but we will not. It depends. We see how he reacts, we
Right
see what he
now-
does.
Right now, we just need to ensure that it was him that did this damage, figure out why, and then we can figure out what our punishment would be, if there is to be one at all.
Exactly.
Whether it is a slap on the wrist or a night in the cell. However, we won't deal with that.
I will be locking this in the security system as an internal investigation. If
But
it comes
I
up
will
that it was not
stress-
Berg, then that means that separate investigation has to be done on the why there was physical damage. But for now, that is the first lead I have. I ask that
Indeed.
other security members in the know about the situation do not act harshly. Not for now.
I'll keep my
Exactly.
distance.
Don't arrest them unless they give you a reason to. But do question them. Be upfront.
Yes, Sid, if you see them
don't.
panically running away and upon seeing you have that moment of fear in their eyes and turn the other way, at that point, obviously, you know how to react in that situation.
Well, he's already done it before, so... Well, I think he
He
just...
does it to every member of security, if I'm remembering correctly. He's always on edge around any of us.
I do not know if it's just that I haven't gotten close enough to notice, or if I just have not been paying attention. But I also try to give as open, as safe of a air around me as I can.
Congratulations, by the way, Delon.
Ah, yes, thank
Your
you.
second now.
Officially, yes.
Oh?
Commander Guns has set me as the second in command as of today. So, in days
And look at you
that
already
he is
taking
not around.
initiative on things.
Well, in this case, it just happened that I was the one around seeing, and upon realizing, thankfully, the console for this training area is in perfect view of the cameras. While the camera is thus moving, the amount of damage to have caused that much will still require one to operate the machine for extended period.
Cool. Lucky us.
Yeah,
But duly noted. Make sure you log this so the other security members are aware. We will.
Of course.
Come tomorrow. We.
It's your turn to
Get
send
to
the
the
email
bottom of
along.
Indeed. Don't worry.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to see the training room again the same way. The force field, all the hexagons turned into eyeballs.
What?
It was an experiment with different gases.
Yeah. They turned into eyeballs and were staring at me. I didn't like it.
We currently know that currently the known things are that methane makes the shear sleepy.
Meth.
Yes.
And nitrogen makes me have really bad hallucinations. Wow.
And whatever combination of gases that their home planet is from is, well...
Yes, Gun.
Could I note something? You said nitrogen gives you hallucinations, right?
Yes.
You are aware. I'm no atmospheric technician. But the standard mix of gas is mostly nitrogen, is it not?
Pure nitrogen.
I see.
Yeah, it was a tank fully of just pure nitrogen. The air that we breathe here, which would be counted more as oxygen, is okay. It makes me neutralized. If it's combination with other things, I'm fine. If it's just pure nitrogen, I don't want to see the eyeballs again.
I need to go get cleaned up.
You do that. You are still. I still see that blood on your white fur. It's quite the contrast.
It looks great on me.
No, it doesn't. It also makes him smell like fresh kill, and I want to attack him.
It kind of smells like iron.
Yeah. Iron.
I guess all of us are used to that. Though in my case, gunpowder.
I've had...
Or any whatever
I've had
chemicals
plenty
are
up
in
my
your
mouth.
average artillery barrage.
I'm used to the smell of burnt plastic.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's basically what the atmosphere of my planet smells like. Burnt plastic.
The most common smells you get in military ships is cleaning solutions, blood, and whatever alcohol mixes the squads are using at the time. Though that's only during the designated weekends. Which obviously are not active during active mission times.
Bleh.
Indeed.
Yes, that's the times when people use all of their whatever things they use to hide their body odor to their rooms so that their squad leaders cannot find the alcohol they've been, secretly taking. They think we don't
Seems to be a
know.
very universal very universal thing. My men would always sneak alcohol or other illicit substances into their barracks.
They think we don't know when they're
Concerningly common.
hiding. They think we don't realize when they're hiding it. We are fully aware. We just let it be because they're not going too far with it, at least.
Precisely. I never really got at them or until it became a problem.
Yes, we only get at them when they're doing such a bad job at hiding it that we have no possible deniability anymore.
Listen, the way I see it, morale's important. What boosts morale more than getting shit-faced?
From my experience, it depends actually. If it's morning after everyone mourning the people lost and all that, it becomes actually quite the pity party at that point. Until that one person who knows how to bring up the mood comes along, then it's better. Part of me was hoping that it will not come to this at any point in this ship, but is it bad that I'm happy to be able to at least say that it wasn't somebody given to us by UPA? As by technicality, Burke was given to us by... what was it? Wasn't...
Atlas. As a prisoner.
Right. Yes, an Atlas prisoner.
Right.
He does tell
At
us
least we have
that
that going
he,
for us.
well, he obviously tells us that he was framed, he didn't do anything, but well, sadly now his actions have put that to question. We'll see.
Argyle.
Good day.
Officer Cross.
Seems our situation has been handled.
Oh, yippee.
This is good to hear.
I assume the...
No impending threats coming from it, I take it.
Just a message from Dr. Tully's homeworld. They're looking for more information.
So was that the reason for some of the electrical issues?
Precisely.
I assume that's much based on the fact that one of their first things they said to Captain was that they apologize for any damage or losses that might have accrued in their attempt to contact us.
They may reach out to us again.
That means she's done. Back to the gas tests.
Go
Like
around and
this
inform
year.
everyone else. This way people stop worrying about it.
Yes, definitely quell that. I think I'm going to make one last round and then likely turn in here soon.
I see. Argyle has forgotten their foods on the table here.
It's free reign unless you want to put it in an alcohol.
I shall put a personal note on their ship record of 0.01 negative distinction on littering.
Noted.
Officer Mulligan?
Oh, I missed anything.
Outside of some ship issues due to attempts to contact us and an investigation I'm handling due to possible issues with a crew member, not much.
I see.
Just be aware if you see Dr. Berg around, inform me. Otherwise, there will be there will be a security report in it during the evening if you wish to see it, watch it, check it during the morning or before you head to bed.
Alright.
If you excuse me, I will be making sure the experiments with Tashir do not go awry.
Please do.
Put that on. Okay. Putting this on.
Is there any effect yet?
I'm getting really agitated. That's for sure.
One moment. Please stand still. Excitation in the anger centers of the brain. Suppression of the hippocampus and other rational parts. You may remove the mask.
I'll pretend I understand any of what that was.
Indeed.
I'm just angry. Just fucking angry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Nope.
You'll have to wait until your brain chemistry normalizes before initiating the next test.
This is Commander Gunch, turning in for the night. You all stay safe.
Indeed. We would have loved for you to speak to our people.
You people had decided to that only a UPA representative should have been with you in this talk.
Perhaps when they contact us again, you could speak with them. Your wisdom is
Hi, Theory.
higher, elevated amongst those of your peers. At least from our observation. My observation.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm less agitated. That's good.
That was it. Let's keep an eye in case something happens. As they're doing some experiments with Tashir's physiology.
You'll next try sulfur dioxide.
We'll also keep an eye on some of the systems. It seems a unique way of contacting the ship might have caused some issues. Mostly on the system side and the lights, yes. But just keep an eye out in case something got overloaded or something.
So please do not allow this gas to leak.
Guess I should be ready in case something does happen.
The basis has been collected. We will now wait.
I feel fine, kind of. I mean, there's starting to be like colors everywhere, but I don't know. I don't like I'm really dying.
Lyndra?
That is odd. There's higher activity in Brockman number 3, as well as Brockman 7. You are seeing a complex hallucination.
Oh. Is that...
No.
Oh. I mean, it's not too repeating of things. I just gotta make sure that I don't, like, bump into the weird little creatures. That is fine.
There are no creatures.
Ah. Fuck. I mean, there's a creature right there.
We are not speaking of you. We are currently testing gases and how it affects their brain chemistry.
Oh, your eyes are starting to get freaky. Whoa.
Damn it,
I'm gonna
Rohan.
stop breathing this in.
Yes.
Ugh.
We've been scanning her.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna. Ooh.
That's the hallucination. Sitting down is the best option. And I can't believe the timing is late.
Careful, Enra, you don't make them fall over with too much sway. Oh.
Emra was the one to fall.
Tashir does have a tail to aid them in balancing. So does Endra, actually. So. Well, yours is more natural, and there's a cybernetic, so I assume there's more. Something you wish to tell us?
Okay. Ooh, okay, I have stopped seeing the pretty colors.
We compared the megacorporations to a species known as the Kryn.
And what's this? For what purpose?
I need to fix something again.
There is a impasse that we do not wish to cross. The Kryn drove us to that impasse once before and pushed us across it. Correct.
Wait, you got what?
Pink. Mask.
Don't be down there in the system.
One moment. Your body is adept at clearing toxins.
Well, my body kind of uses everything, so once it has something to replace it up, it just kind of switches to that.
Correct. You may continue.
Okay. Turn on the chlorine. Okay. Oh, okay. I shouldn't be doing that anymore. Oh.
Hmm?
What is
Girl.
the sensation?
Spinning. A lot of spinning. I'm just gonna sit. So much spinning. why you feel? Is this why it feels like you'd be drunk, or is this what you guys see when you guys have them? That's the only thing you can grade us on. I don't like it.
No, I don't know. I haven't.
There is indeed suppression of the frontal lobe, as well as the inhibitants of.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's the tipsy everyone gets. Everything's just dizzy.
The data has been recorded.
Okay.
Sounds like it's affecting more of the motor function, or at least the balance part. Maybe close your eyes for a bit, so.
Yeah, that, and perhaps lay down upon the floor.
I'm fine sitting. I just need to sit.
This will conclude our tests for today.
Okay.
And we will continue this tomorrow.
Okay.
You did a good job.
Yippee. Okay.
The Kryn is often taught to us as children. It shows a moment of choice and having to choose the importance of does not matter.
It is a choice. There's a choice to make if it matters. I see. Yep. You're here first.
Hi.
Still feeling a bit.
I was just saying out of the computers. Ugh.
Seems a lot of the crew is in the training area. I saw Sid and Amu in the ring.
actually kind of curious, at least with the chlorine stuff, because I've heard humans talked about what it's like to be drunk. Kind of the same description, just less of the wobbly brain set. What happens if I drink chlorine?
Well, that depends how your body processes it.
Yeah,
For us, we have our livers. For us, we have our livers that go through the. Technically, it purifies, gets rid of most of it, but when it's in our system, it's well, has effect on our brains.
Maybe. Dallas,
Yes.
do we have liquid chlorine?
I imagine so. Why?
They want to drink it.
Yes.
Are you okay with this?
They went just through the tests of the gases with Dr. Tully, and it seems chlorine gave them feelings that they associate based on information of us being drunk.
Well, oh, you want to be drunk?
I want to see what happens.
I'm gonna go check other places for Tally.
Speaking of, have you guys actually seen where Tally is?
They just
Tally
left.
somewhere.
Oh.
Like left the medical wing from the tests. We don't know where.
Well, okay then. Okay, well, I'll deal with that. Perfect. Everything turned out fine.
Yippee!
Okay. Yes. Do we know how much will affect her? Like, are we talking like a shot of tequila will mess her up, or maybe like a beer, drinking a beer?
Well, let's assume they are a first-time drinker, taking into account that it's not something normally their race drinks.
Alcohol is just kind of like water to us.
And I'd say we should start with a shot.
Also, just to make sure that
equivalent to a shot.
Well, also just for in case that if their body can't actually process it in a physical form, that we can easily just, have you exhale it properly.
Just override it with a bunch of water.
I don't know how the chlorine works. Outside of the fact that we use there on our baths, the big ones where lots of people go. I also know people have to shower quite proudly afterwards.
Test tube?
Because it's a test, isn't it?
I want you to realize that test tubes are horrible shot glasses.
It's a test. We're running a test.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You have experience taking shots out of test tubes this year?
Yeah, I've drinking a few of them.
Alright.
I'm taking a small thing so that if they do need to puke or something, they don't have to puke on the floor.
It's equivalent to a single shot.
Okay. What? Okay. Oh, it's a horrible fucking shot glass.
Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any shot glasses in here.
I
don't know what the hell that was, but alright. Oh. Alright, that's all you're getting to... She's already drunk. I think that was too much.
No, I'm just playing. That's it.
Fun. Alright, well that's all you're getting tonight. We'll see how you feel now and in the morning. We'll see if you have a hangover. Alright? Cool.
We're assuming that it actually works to them perfectly like an alcohol does.
Alright. I'll make sure that's clean, and if you want another one tomorrow, we'll see what happens. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I gotta go find Tally before she probably goes to sleep. So, if you could please leave the science lab.
Ah, right. I'll keep an eye on them.
They didn't have anything else, right? They didn't have any more chlorine.
No, just breathe
That was it?
it some gas.
Oh, okay. All right. Have fun.
You can't blame him. It's a bit of a unique thing to ask.
Yeah. I mean, you wanna like note take what actually happens if I drink actual alcohol? 'Cause nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Same with caffeine.
What do they
So I
just
drink the
give?
decaf stuff.
Do they just give your race like any throwaway alcohol, just as normal water?
Yeah.
Wait,
guess
Axel?
Fucking. Yeah, no, alcohol has no fucking like effect on us. So what they would normally do is give us all of the shit alcohol that they don't want, like all of the byproduct shit, and then they get the good alcohol. And so we just drink it because it's everywhere.
Right. Well, I mean, to be honest, if it doesn't affect you, it's kind of a wasted on you. Outside of maybe taste, but not that many people drink alcohol for the taste.
Well, it's like the byproduct offshoot shit. Like, it's like really bad. It's like the piss beer that some people have complained about. Bad.
And you're saying it tastes like that even to you?
I mean, it sure doesn't taste great.
Mm.
I mean, but then again, it's also mixing with the, like, lemon juice flavor of our saliva. So, like,
Lemon juice. Yeah, no, but.
No, I know.
What, have you had lemon juice and realized it just tastes like your normal mouth?
Yeah. I drank an entire bottle of lemon juice once. It was fun.
What made it fun?
You know, it just tastes like water. Or my spit. And it's just like, it's just lemon juice. And I was on a sugar high for a little bit.
Oh, see, that makes way more sense.
It
Maybe-
has so much sugar in it.
Maybe next time we're on a actual normal planet and we have some time, we could find a good drinking place and I could actually get you like a glass of some good alcohol just for the taste, not the effects, obviously. Might need to actually think of something that actually goes well with lemon juice so that it will mix well with your just the taste in your mouth normally.
A lot of citrus-based ones kind of taste alright. A lot of citrus things taste fine. They don't taste too bad. I like orange juice. The one time I had orange juice, I liked it.
Also, let me do a certain human thing that people usually do in this situation, at least based on if it's working as it does. How many fingers am I holding up?
One moment here. I need to console something in my brain.
Oh.
3.
That was 2 this year?
Oh. I'm also not very smart.
But also, you're trying to stand still, right?
Yeah.
I think the liquid chlorine works in your system in the similar ways alcohol does in ours, slightly impairing our slightly impairing our motor functions, slightly impairing our vision.
Now I'm actually moving.
Just don't make it a habit of drinking it.
Yeah, of course. I know. Drink in moderation. That's what all humans say.
That's because sadly some humans are bad with impulse control. And
Oh yeah, no.
they enjoy the floatiness, the feeling. It has the bad side effect of people also not thinking completely what they're wanting to say. They just blurt things out. Causes issues sometimes.
Oh, that makes sense. I think I blurted something out that I shouldn't have blurted out. But who knows?
Maybe I then should try to keep away from risky conversation topics.
Risky?
So, bring up anything that you might accidentally start talking about, some personal things or things of your past that you normally would not want to.
I'm an open book. I talk about my shit all of the time. You just gotta ask.
Well, yes.
That's it.
Yes, but sometimes,
I'm
you know,
fair.
there are
My life
sometimes...
is my life, and I like sharing it.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not hiding anything about myself for the most part. But then there's always just some things that I just don't want to say because I don't want to worry people. Simple as that. Second in command, though. I really, technically,
You wanna go
did
sit in
not
the
want-
bar?
Yeah, that works too.
You wanna go sit
I was
in the
just
bar?
gonna say. Most of the others are in the training area, but maybe they'll find their way there.
Huh?
I could actually use a drink at this point. I've been talking the whole day.
Yeah, drinks. I want more chlorine.
Sadly,
Taste bad. It's just a weird thing.
sadly the thing is, it's actually a pure chemical, so you understand that if we suddenly start having a shortage of chlorine in the, stocks, you are going to be the first one they're gonna think about.
Yeah. Well, that's just when we buy more chlorine when we stop at a supply station.
I mean, I assume we're given some level of personal funds. Actually, I shall just take a drink before I do that.
Drinking the air drinks. Did I never tell you? You seemed really surprised about the fact that my saliva is lemon juice. Did I never tell you that?
If you didn't, there's just a complete possibility that I might have just forgotten at this point. There are a lot of smaller details I can easily forget if they are said in a casual conversation or just off the top of head. What drink do you want, if any?
Blue.
I'll take myself some red. Actually,
I like how you grabbed two blue.
I might as well. If somebody shows up, they have something for themselves.
Yeah. There. Oh, raise it over there. Okay.
Excuse me, Sci.
There we go. You need me to open it?
I mean, if you want. Though, I mean, the way you currently are, I hope you don't, go too harsh on it.
It's easy. I just gotta put my thumb under it, and it opens. See, it's not entirely bad. It's not... This isn't the dizziness that I was getting from the gas, right now. Everything's a little loopy. I think. Aw. Mm.
For us, alcohol tends to amplify whatever mood we're in. But
That
also
explains.
just makes things floaty, I guess.
Yeah.
And well, there's a reason why some people call it liquid courage. Makes us say things we normally don't.
Yeah.
But also makes us think things we normally don't. Or just are not, or are just not wanting to think.
What do you mean?
Our brains tend to just go in patterns. Thinking of one thing goes to another thing, because you remember something else from that. But then there are things that you don't just want to think about, so you just skip a step. But then when you're drunk, well, you can just find yourself actually thinking of that step and get stuck there for a bit, because you don't normally think about it, so you don't know what to do. You see it the worst with some veterans. Once they got to civilian life and they go drinking, and suddenly they're thinking of all the bad things that happened.
I mean, is that what's happening with my brain, like, normally now? I think the toxic gases I was breathing, made me kind of skip over a lot of stuff and, like, suppressed a lot of my thoughts and thinkings. And then now that I've been on oxygen for a while, my brain loves to play things that I really don't want to think about. But I do, and so I live with it.
Sounds like PTSD.
Yeah. The doctors at the prison said I had a possibility of it, given the explosion. I don't know, it doesn't help every time I see, the new, the new security lady. Like, every time I see her, it's just fucking forefront. Huh? The one with all the other cybernetics.
Mulligan.
Yeah. Mulligan, yeah. Yeah, no. Every time I see her, it brings everything to the forefront, and then I just have to, like, sit there in paralysis until it goes away, or I walk away, and then I'm angry for a bit. And then I'm just sad and panicky.
I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it's fine. You know, it's not that, you know, I know why my brain does it, why it always does that and brings it up to the forefront. You know, Martello was the one that cut off my fucking limbs while I was still conscious.
The shoe? You're here now. You're fine.
I know.
It might be hard, but I mean, there's an idea of maybe helping with that, but I don't know if it will actually work or make things worse.
Depends.
Just learn about them so that your brain no longer associates them with those memories, but here. Break the old connections, make new ones.
I don't know.
It's not really easy though. As humans, we're Like I said, it's patterns. React to things in a different way.
I miss my hands. Anyways, no more sadness.
Yeah?
No more dwelling on that. Nope, nope. Nom 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 nom. I'm here. Nom 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 nom.
That's one way to do it. That's better than
no more sadness.
that's better than trying to drown the sadness in drinking. That's what humans do. But it's sadly a bit self-destructive. You can't really.
Yeah, doesn't that fucking destroy your liver?
That, but also because if you spend too much time not all there, you kind of stop being able to handle your life. Do the basic needs and what you need to do next. I mean, to be honest though, in this sort of works, that's not the issue. We're basically told what we're gonna have to do next, and we know pretty certainly what to expect. Something's gonna go wrong, we're gonna have to go there and fix it, and they're done. I really hope Burke has a good explanation though. And if he doesn't, I hope he's gonna just come out clean.
He won't.
If he doesn't, then that's gonna mean he can't be trusted, and we're gonna have to keep an eye on him more. Worst case scenario, we do a check of his room or something.
He rooms with Mercer.
Yeah, too risky. Would not. Gonna have to assume there's nothing there.
Even then, knowing some people from prisons, they wouldn't hide things in their room. They would find somewhere to store it that only they would know. So...
And sadly, ships like this have many a way to hide things. Especially if you're an engineer.
Yeah. But he's not an engineer.
One of my squad mates back in the day, he had some engineering knowledge. He had, during the cleaning shifts, he basically made cut off a part of the wall next to his bed, and made it openable. So it was, and then he hid his contraband in there.
Hi, Chef.
I don't think he can hear us while he's wearing that usually.
No.
Good pose though. Oh. Chatty? Chatty? Are you alright?
No. I've witnessed fight between Sid and you. Something happened.
Something happened?
Hi, son.
I guess Sid can explain better than I am.
Are you sure? Explain what?
What happened at the training area with MU?
That I can. As you know, he has been working on that shield. And I contributed with that. I am physical labor, right? Not very good with the mechanics of it all. He had his prototype ready, and today was the day to do testing. Block and inspection, as we say.
So that's what was happening.
Normally it was... Yes. It wasn't supposed to be anything but just a test. We both agreed upon that. But after a few strikes and blows to the shield, there was a certain point in which they decided to put away their shield and draw their sword. And, of course, me thinking that he would like to have a little go at me, I honor that. And we started to spar. And as time went on, he started signaling. What I mean by that is, back during the war with Laka and Medco, there was a signal, a specific signal that they used to give out during bout, and he was reciting it. Never heard him do that before. He was getting a bit intense. Wasn't expecting it, I just thought he was trying to push himself, showing his fighting spirit. I honored that. But there was a certain point in which me holding back and making sure that I don't damage his armor, there was a point in which he caught me on one knee, and he grabbed me by the shoulder and held his blade to my neck. In which case I had to snap him out of it. Turns out he didn't even know what he did until he came to. So, we're trying to figure out what happened. He blacked out apparently. His body was moving, but it was not him.
Our protocols.
Yes, dear. What you think a protocol hidden deep within his brain was reinitiated seeing me fighting?
I mean, I want you to realize that every single fucking time I see the new fucking security girl, I have flashbacks to when I was getting my arms fucking chopped off by Martello. Probably same fucking thing. Something in your brain reactivates when you are in danger. And so probably a protocol reactivated. Caused by the PTSD.
Out, right?
It could be hardwired.
He said he had...
Well, I'm sure the buffins in the lab can sort it.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
a
that
mental
was what-
thing.
Thank you.
We were thinking that. We are going to take the necessary steps, but for now he's going to keep to himself in that crew. Get some space.
Thank you for your own restraint. It must have been very easy for you to have turned around and taken it further than you did.
I want more chlorine.
No,
Let's avoid that train
I
of thought,
felt
alright?
something was amiss, but I
But you
just thought
didn't
it was
stop.
him wanting to get some frustrations out. Which I can understand, but...
Sid, you assumed based on how you will do not how MU was. I won't lie, this is why I can't see you ever rising to a leader of a squad or anything. Unless you learn how to read other people
Your
more.
pardon.
You have been with MU for a bit now. You should understand how he acts, what he thinks. And yet when he acted different, you assumed it was just him going through frustrations, something you will do. Sometimes you have to think deeper. I'm not saying you made a mistake, but maybe take a lesson from this. But I'm also sorry if I'm saying too much.
He's got thick skin.
You're forgiven.
You know, we're friends here, right?
The point is, we need to figure out what's going on with Immune and seeing if we can get rid of whatever that was.
Or simply help him. It could just genuinely be a mental thing. They need to fix everything.
They might be wholly cybernetic.
I would have stated that he doesn't know the extent of what they did to grant him his free will. He does believe it might be a cybernetic and/or biochip implant. He expressed
we have a
this to
lead.
me before.
There we go.
have a visitor that he knows in transit to us, hopefully soon. Or at least sending us a message that could lead us to helping him.
You are the ones who know MU better than I do. So,
somewhat, yes.
Keep an eye on him, I hope.
Well, everything's gonna be alright though, Captain, right?
You are.
We're going to do everything we can. I'm treating this like a medical issue, too.
How do I say this? I'm not good with this. Are you alright?
Means be there for them,
I'm
Chip.
not sure this is within your realm of
Chef.
expertise. Cybernetics, cloning.
Maybe see if you're around still.
Dr. Chip Dillis.
Be a friend.
I saw them heading.
What is your concern? What ails you?
Alright.
I know
That
you saw
medical
him.
might have hidden something too inside of me. Everything that you see here comes from medical. That could be a bomb waiting to explode.
Well, let's hope not. That would
Yes,
suck.
let's hope not.
Well, take a breath if you can. Do you breathe? No, that's a dumb question. Take a
don't
moment
breathe.
if you can. Yes. Well. I would ask. Well, I have a dumb idea, but I don't think we should try it. But surely not if you decide to have a go at me. This same thing will happen, right? Is it just me? Am I the reason?
Required solution.
I would like to think that Medco did not, or the UPA did not grant
We have
us
an expert on explosives here.
Medco-related
Maybe they can help.
and
You know a
give
bomb when
us,
you see one, right?
sleeper agents, right?
Come with me real quick.
To share. Psst. Hey. Hey. Hey.
I'm trying.
You okay? Hello?
Meh.
What's up?
Am I your danger to the crew?
Man.
I don't want to be a danger to the crew.
The UPA chose you. Trust that they know better.
Is that a lemon soda?
I think so.
Or maybe
I'm
banana.
having a hard time thinking I
never
might
tried it.
have something inside me. All those years.
I can't
Why?
tell.
Is there any left?
You probably wouldn't want to drink from it.
Well, it's just gonna be a sip, right?
I mean, go for
Unless
it.
you're, like,
And Rice right.
unless you're like spitting a ton of stuff in there, right? You.
Alright, I will sit.
You're clean, right?
Who knows?
Lemon.
No wonder it was flavorless.
You do know. You do know
I could make a better
what that technically is in human culture.
Teddy will be more sensitive and immune, but he is
One could call that an
95%
indirect
cybernetic,
kiss.
apart from his face and a part of his brain.
He wiped the bottle.
It will be
True.
calm emotions type of
That kind of, lessens the
I'd
effect.
say it would be half
Yes, I'm
of
not
what
that
he would
stupid. I don't know
usually
what to
do,
get them pregnant.
because cybernetic than you. But still.
Excuse us, I interrupt that. We are sorry.
I don't know how my biology works, but okay.
How are you doing this?
I'm glad I could make you feel it.
In case you're curious though, Chef, sadly Tashir has lost that part of them. But,
told me before.
but they're still here.
Mm.
The important part that we care about is here, right?
Thank you.
Obviously.
Also, if anything, I assume at this point you're feeling the bad side of the being drunk. Oh, yes, what is it, Enra? Ah, drink.
You want to
Oh, not drink. Oh.
My phone?
Food?
You got appliance. You better not have touched it. Oh, then, whatever then. You
Oh,
want food?
You want training?
Ah.
You have to catch me tomorrow. Hope maybe.
They want to be able to feed themselves then.
But there's always food. I do things in the night. Why sometimes I sleep in late because I stay up all night cooking. Yeah, sorry I've been on the other shift. I mean, of the crew, you guys are some of my best friends. So, yeah, we've had some heart-to-hearts.
Fine.
I mean, we've
It's fine. Yeah.
I mean, you were
You're not
one
a
of the
danger to
first.
crew. See, we're all friends here.
Yeah.
Also, just so you understand, Chef, Tashir took a shot of liquid, what was it again? Chlorine. That apparently makes them chlorine. That makes them basically drunk.
What a bubble chain!
What?
And at this point, basically, I assume at this point their body is going through the
That was a glitch.
point where they are burning through most of it, so it's the coming down, as humans call it usually.
Well, technically, the drunk effects wouldn't last as long on Tashir.
Well,
Because
that's why
they're
it's
missing arms and legs, therefore their blood would cycle through their liver quicker, for it doesn't have to go to their extremities. You have a liver, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, so the alcohol would get filtered out much quicker than in you or me.
Well, that's why normal alcohol doesn't. Well,
But it
actually, in
hits
general.
twice as hard because I actually have less. Like the shorter people, it hits twice as hard because of lower
It
body.
lasts half as long. Hey, Sid.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Sorry I missed
Everything's
training
still
today.
kind of dizzy.
You're fine. It was a little bit intense today.
Might need
You
to.
okay?
Actually, you've been drinking
Oh,
other
for
things
real, for
too,
real?
so I don't think you're gonna get
What is that? A common thing? What
the
did you just
feeling
say?
of.
Like, are you actually okay? Not like I'm
I've
Sid and
forgotten
I'm
words.
really strong and I need to be like the
Hangover?
bastion of
Yes.
being strong, and I'm just gonna say I'm
The-
okay when I'm not. Like, are you okay? For real?
Yes. In fact, I'm going to.
If you're gonna
probably
be that
make sure the
unsteady
captain's
here,
okay. He's a little more after than I am.
feel free to lean on me if you want to be stable.
Tell him I believe in him.
I'm fine.
I will.
I'm
Good.
fine.
We'll do more training soon. If you'd like.
Awesome.
Though I suppose I should take it a little easy. We'll see.
Yes, with how the last few
Play
times
by
have been,
ear.
but Sid,
Yes.
I do that when it comes to making sure people are able to defend yourself. You are the best we have for that, training them for that.
So this is everyone went off to.
So thank you for your hard
Mostly
work on
frequent this
that
place
one.
during the later hours. I believe in the, how do I say, the value.
In miracles.
The value in people being able to defend themselves, because we cannot always be there for each other. It's the least I can do. I do mean it in kind, not trying to grill anyone. Well, maybe the shark, but
I might be the exception.
yes.
Well, at the end of the day, self-defense training, there's only so much it can help if you're not used to the stress of the situation.
I couldn't
Yes,
even
I
throw a
know.
punch like a few weeks ago. And look how far I've come. I can.
If there's one thing you can at least add to the training is that pressure, that intensity.
Are you
Have
asking
them-
me to make them scared for their life? I can do that.
You don't need to go that far. But you're helping them to at least that once they're in the actual situation, they're more ready than just your average, normal, on-the-job self-defense training.
Seems like your words might actually have value, Vane.
Hey, Delon, maybe we
Wouldn't
can do
have
some
said them if they
like
didn't.
pew gun stuff tomorrow.
What happened? What did I miss?
No.
We're just talking about training. And I perhaps should be getting a little more intense to make it more akin to the real battlefield.
Well, no. Test it out, see what levels of intensity work. We don't want them to become too scared to get to the point where just thinking of fighting, defending themselves
Who should I
traumatizes them.
test it on? I should test it on Dallas or Burke. That'd be funny.
That's not very nice.
I don't think Burke is going to have much level of intensity
Well,
that they can handle.
Well, I was watching a movie, you see, and the whole first half of the movie, they were working on muscle memory. Okay, because you shouldn't do high intensity training until you've worked the moves and you have a fully understanding of why and when everyone should be used.
Yes,
So
we
I
did
think
go
the
over
high intensity
this.
training is stupid. You shouldn't do that because you do 2 or 3 hard sparring rounds, and that's the equivalent to a fight. And then your head injuries will take you out, and then it will be bad. Although I think light technical sparring is the most efficient for training.
You're
The
right.
occasional
Once I
part.
agree.
You're right.
Sparring is supposed to be an opportunity to learn and hone your skills, not fucking murdering each other.
Well, I mean,
And this is coming from me, the person
Don't
whose
mind that.
culture
Time.
we kill each other.
Next time you're settling differences, you're gonna do it in a battle of wits or like chess or
I'm
something.
a bounty hunter. Most of my fights are going to end with only one person getting out. That's what I train for.
Okay. But when you learned, it was probably like not like that.
I
No,
don't
it most
know.
certainly was.
Well, then
Yes, I
that's
feel
stupid,
like this
and
one
whoever
had the
trained you
ru-
is stupid too.
Well, I mean, I don't know if training is the word. I think surviving is more so.
I
Well, then
learned to
think how much
survive.
stronger you'd be if you trained.
Yes, of course. Anyway.
What?
Strength is
Like-
not always just about training.
Well, in a stressful situation, you either rise to the occasion, and more often than not, you do not. Therefore, you fall to your training. Luckily for you,
Strength
you rose
is
to
about
the
also
occasion.
knowing your limits. And you will never learn where your limits rest if you do not push them.
Okay. So you go out of the frying pan and into the fire. I'll control the fire. Go ahead.
Would have
Baby
died a lot
steps,
sooner if
chef.
it was any other way.
Well, then that's stupid, and that's why you're like 1 in 1,000, because all your like comrades who do the same thing got killed because they didn't rise to the occasion. You got lucky and you learned.
Once again,
It's that simple.
bounty hunter. You don't rise to the occasion, you die.
It didn't have to be that way.
That is true.
Like, didn't have to be that way.
A lot of things don't have to be that way, Chef. That's the joy of life. You're not guaranteed many things. Except death.
Well, when Delon trains me to be the greatest gunfighter, and you train me to be the greatest hand-to-hand fighter, I'll be the most powerful being in the galaxy.
Yes, we'll be happy to see that, bro.
Yes, no one can.
It'll be funny.
And anyone who you cannot defeat in combat, you will show off in a microwave fight.
Well, I was thinking that I'd have you guys to back me up, right?
What?
It's comforting.
What do you mean?
There's a
Back you up.
microwave.
Because we're in the crew.
The cooking competition.
Cook that man's insides.
We a team?
It is disturbing to think about, yes.
There is.
What a pleasant
Hey,
thought.
that's from my store. What, I skipped breakfast? I
Did
left
you
my
just get
salami on
food
the table.
aggressive? Was that what that was?
The chef skipped breakfast?
You don't understand. You do not understand. I spend all my time cooking for you guys, right? And sometimes I want to eat something that's nice for me. Why do you think I have to sleep in so late every time? Because I stay up all night cooking meals and meals and meals and meals and meals for you and the night shift.
Take a breath. Go on,
I
what
am
is
the
it?
chef.
No. Take a breath. Go on. That was what it but it'll do. Feeling better.
Are you having the brain fog setting? Just starts getting quiet and just deciding that maybe sleep is
I'm
time.
just sleepy.
What's
Yeah.
this?
Head empty.
Will we get you to your room soon?
Chef,
Mhm.
what are you looking at?
I'm nonchalantly looking into the distance.
The ceiling is 6 feet away. What do you mean?
What, you've never seen the cold stare off into the distance? Two versions of it, you know.
He
There's a
stares into the
version where you're
future.
looking cool and intimidating, works quite well. And there's also the version where you're getting the cold shoulder.
You joke.
Could be the first one. Am I right, Chef?
What's that salami?
Cold shoulder indeed.
Salami, and you went for it.
I won't again. How about that? I didn't know.
You could have just asked. I would have shared it.
No. I'm not sharing. You can
don't
keep
like
your meat to
salami?
yourself. Yeah.
Wait, so you are a vegetarian? That wasn't in the dossier. Okay, all your meals, I'll sort that out. Don't worry, they'll still be.
You know, no. I eat
Then I don't
meat.
follow.
Please, Chef.
I'm confused. Hey,
Don't be. Everything is as it was. Nothing has changed. No.
all of the meat on the ship is mine.
No. What? What do you mean all of the meat on the ship is yours?
It belongs
You
to
out of your
me, it's
mind?
mine.
He's the chef.
Ah.
I
Yes,
control all the food.
logistically speaking, yes. Okay, alright.
Oh,
Sorry, I was
chef.
getting a little food aggressive.
I don't know what that means.
Can I have a sausage
You want a sausage?
tomorrow? Can I have one?
Understood. I'll have it done. It might be a rectangle. I can't promise anything.
That's okay. I appreciate it.
You have fun with that.
Sausage.
Well,
Spicy.
it's my special
Going to
blend,
check
you
on
see.
the captain.
Mm.
It will take
You're
more
going
than
to say something to me,
the
Sid.
usual supplies to make, though, whenever someone has a special
yes.
request.
Goodbye.
I just want meat. It can be any meat. Does not matter.
That's fine, I'll sort
Sausage was the first one I saw or thought of.
That's fine. You haven't requested a special food yet, like everyone else has. More or less.
If it's too, no,
Nope, it's fine.
no.
It's
No.
issue.
If
No. I just want meat. I just want meat. Don't go putting yourself out of the way of making specialty sausage. I thought we had ones prepared. If we don't, then I just want meat.
Like this.
I will find a way. You know, everyone can have sausage tomorrow. Who knows?
Why would I lower
There
myself?
you go.
That's okay.
Like that.
Mystery meats.
Also,
I just need meats.
going on the thing, next time someone invades the ship, I'm just going to put all of our silverware in the great appliance and turn it on and just point it at them.
Is it?
Allow me to take these
Oh,
back.
yeah.
That's a bomb. You've just
Yeah.
described a bomb. Do not.
More like a laser. May I?
Oh yeah. The Dalek ship that we discovered yesterday or went on, we requested to get another microwave in case the great appliance breaks.
We
Yeah,
found
or
a
we
device
can
that
gut it for
seemed like
parts to fix
the
it.
personal rooms had small devices to, I assume, generate the food into the rooms. You will need to double check it yourself and alongside the engineering to see if it's actually something we can use.
Are you describing a replicator?
Well, I do not.
I read
It looks like a replicator based on its looks, but it might actually just be a heating implement, because they were in every room, and I don't think back then they would put replicators in every room. So it might just be a heater.
Siri walking in with a microwave.
Yeah. Just because
Well,
Captain
have engineering
asked
take a
her,
look
so
at it.
she doesn't.
Because trust me,
Yeah.
if you get into the parts on those things, those are so dangerous. It's outrage. So I'm
Yeah.
not touching that until engineering gets their hands on it first.
You've been offering certifications on microwave, yes?
Well, I can teach people how to press the buttons without breaking it.
Close enough. Might have to take you up on that some point.
Well, be there. Or
You have to
be
deserve the great honor, after all.
I prefer not to be a cube.
Well, better not be late. The lesson will be happening whenever the fuck I feel like it.
Depends how busy the ship is.
Did that sound cool? Did that sound cool? He's ignoring me a lot today, it's fine.
I don't know if I should be terrified or not.
Why? What have I ever done that's terrifying?
Threatened to turn me into a cube. Oh, fine. Oh.
Okay.
I hereby decree nutrient block.
Yes, don't
Most of the people I hunt threaten to, shoot me or stab me. I've never been threatened to be turned into a cube, and I think that's the most unsettling threat I've ever heard.
Well, just remember, you are contracted to serve the crew. Make sure your usefulness outweighs that of nutrients. Goodbye.
At least know that if it comes to that, you will be used in an optimal way.
No, don't like this. I don't.
I'm sorry, Vane.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to have nightmares tonight.
People underestimate the chef until the chef actually tries.
Would you like me to bring you that hose?
Actually, yes, that would be very helpful.
I will.
Good night.
I hope this has helped at least a bit to help you relax.
It keeps the mind off. Even though my cybernetic one is just still trying to comprehend what happened. The other side at least is calm.
Until we can have people start trying and figure out what's happening. Sadly, we can only wait. And sadly, the ship keeps having things happen.
Yes, my only wish is not be danger to anyone here.
Maybe place a message through the engineering to have science make a more deeper check on the system. See if they can find what connection might be causing the errors. See source. That's all I can think of myself.
At this point, I'll see if I can have a request to go on a planet somewhere or anything like that. If we find one with an advanced lab, then I can use it to process all the data that I may have to see if anything medical is dangerous to us. The last thing I would like to do is hurt anyone on this ship.
It will not make sense for Medico to send something extremely dangerous to this mission. Hope that they have at least been that smart.
That is my hope as well.
We've figured out this mess of a ship thus far. We'll figure out the mess that is you two, Chatty. Everyone here in the ship is a mess.
Yes, we all have some dark secrets. And some only just discover them.
As we learned.
Yes,
The important question is, do you want to find out? Or do you want to just bury it? Because that is an option.
But we'll bury it, not linger to a point it will come out.
This ship is a fresh start for some. Why could it not be for you? Unless you truly believe that you cannot start without knowing.
Well, I do consider this my last mission as me being a mercenary, me being a freelancer, as many would put it. My first thought would be to be somewhere at the edge of frontiers where laws are not as abiding and make myself my home there for anyone who wishes to have new equipment, new weapons, new EV suits, new armors, new mechs.
I hope we get to that point. I'll make sure you survive
I wish so
if
as
it's
well.
up to me.
If I survive, I'll make it through, and I come back to one of those frontier planets. I'll give you an invite.
I want to see a
The
lot of
same is
people
for
in
Beshi
this
as
ship.
well.
I want to see a lot of people in this ship get their happy future.
Yes. I do wish the best for you, the two of you.
That too. Thanks.
What? I'm confused. Huh?
See, it's... I'm overthinking. I'm sure. I think the chlorine has completely... Because the later parts of drunkenness, or drunk-like effects, I will just... I guess I will be being here for the foreseeable future. I'll see you tomorrow, Chatty.
Yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Mr. Delon, and good night.
Good night.
Spine bent at awkward angle.
Yeah. Do you wanna just respawn here?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just end there. Just pass out there.
Sure.
Stinky. Stinky.
Sure he doesn't essentially relapse, because that's kind of what's happening.
So question, how long?
Okay, that's it.
How long are they gonna be stuck there?
Hang on, I'm logging out as I'm trying to end my stream.
Yeah, cause like
Fucking
Sid
hell.
was
Okay,
like,
give me a
yo,
second.
we're good, like, restrain, brother.
Well, I guess my recording doesn't get to have an answer to that question. Haha. Bye.
You know,